Fans go crazy for a good superhero movie. For years, characters and stories from the pages of Marvel, DC, and many more comic book companies have been gracing the big screen, and that results in viewers keeping a very close eye on the movies within it. In turn, that can result in a lot of pausing, whether it's to marvel at something spectacular, bask in the beauty of a particular character, or spot a fun Easter egg. Fans are constantly reveling in certain moments in superhero movies, and that's what this video is all about. Here are the 10 most paused scenes in popular superhero movies.
Help! I can't stop it! The brakes are gone!
The train scene in Spider-Man 2. We begin our list with a funny entry. 2004's Spider-Man 2 remains one of the most faithful and outright best comic book movies to date. Tobey Maguire shone in his best performance as the titular hero, while Alfred Molina gave one of the best villain performances of all time in a superhero movie, and it's a scene involving them both that we're referring to here. Molina's Dr. Octopus had sabotaged the controls of a train, leaving it unable to brake and Spider-Man to save the passengers. Using his webbing and all of his strength, Spidey saved the day, but the strained faces Tobey Maguire was making were hilarious, and people loved pausing on them to have a good laugh.
Perfection.
Naked Mystique in X-Men: The Last Stand. Prior to Jennifer Lawrence taking over the role in the new X-Men movie timeline, the equally sexy Rebecca Romijn played Mystique in the franchise. She looked incredible in the blue makeup that created the character's look, but it's a scene without said makeup that is one of the most paused in superhero movie history. In 2006 X-Men: The Last Stand, Romijn's Mystique is injected with the mutant cure, resulting in her blue skin disappearing. This left the character looking completely human and completely naked. Viewers around the world looked on in awe as Romijn laid on the ground in her birthday suit, and they paused en masse to get a better look.
No, that's just a prototype.
What's it made of?
Vibranium.
Captain America's shield in Iron Man. These days, seeing Captain America's shield in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is no big deal. Captain America had his first solo movie 5 years ago. Chris Evans has become a prominent part of the franchise as the super soldier since then. But back in 2008, he hadn't even been mentioned. That changed in Iron Man, when a partially completed replica of the shield was seen in Tony Stark's laboratory, resulting in lots of pausing on the part of the viewer. It should also be noted that Captain America could be seen under the ice in a deleted scene in The Incredible Hulk later that year, something a lot of people have pressed pause on since it was made public.
Scared of a little lightning?
I'm not overly fond of what follows.
Thor in The Incredible Hulk. Prior to Captain America's first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the next Avenger to follow Iron Man and the Hulk into the franchise was Thor in his 2011 solo movie. This resulted in some retrospective pausing of a scene in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, when viewers thought they saw Thor making a brief cameo. It came in the scene when the Hulk and Betty Ross are in a cave and there's a thunderstorm going on. Viewers thought the storm was caused by the God of Thunder's arrival on Earth and swore blind that they saw him fall to the ground in the background. Of course, they turned out to be wrong, but a lot of pausing went on when people believed they had seen him.
Yeah, I just need a couple minutes. Oh, hell.
Night Owl and Silk Spectre in Watchmen. As with the audiences of any movie genre, comic book movie viewers love a good sex scene, and they were treated to one of the more revealing examples in comic book movie history in 2009's Watchmen. It happens on board Dreyberg's owl ship, and Ackerman's breasts were completely exposed for the scene. Of course, this resulted in a hell of a lot of pause buttons being pressed around the world, as viewers honed in for a better look.
You sure about this?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Scarlett Johansson's face in The Avengers. It's always comforting to find out that even the most beautiful people can be caught off guard looking less than attractive. So when that happened to the gorgeous Scarlett Johansson in 2012's The Avengers, a lot of people were eager to see. Johansson's Black Widow was caught looking a lot, well, uglier than usual in the scene in which she commandeered a Shatari aircraft. As she went to cut a cord holding a Shatari henchman in place, she made a face that only her mother could love. It's a scene that has been paused many times and been used in countless memes ever since it was first seen.
Okay, this isn't creepy at all.
The Collector's Collection in Guardians of the Galaxy. Superhero movie fans love a good Easter egg, and these days spend just as much time looking for them as they do enjoying the plot of the movie. And the most Easter egg-rich scene in comic book movie history came in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. The scene we're referring to is, of course, the one in the Collector's Museum on Nowhere. Benicio del Toro's character owned a lot of interesting species and items, and eagle-eyed viewers loved spotting them, which resulted in a lot of pausing. The likes of Howard the Duck, Adam Warlock's cocoon, a dark elf, and the slug creatures from Slither are just some of the things that could be seen in there. the Avengers jump into action in Avengers Age of Ultron. At the start of 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron, there was an epic scene in which the 6 original members of the titular team storm Baron Strucker's Hydra base to retrieve the scepter that was previously wielded by Loki in the first Avengers movie. As the team cut through Strucker's forces like a hot knife through butter, there's one epic moment in which they all jump into shot together, and it's a shot that prompted the use of millions of pause buttons around the world. Iron Man is flying, Captain America is on a motorcycle, and Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Hulk are all leaping. It looks awesome.
She turned off her regulator and went subatomic.
The Wasp in Ant-Man. In 2015's Ant-Man, viewers learned that Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp, disappeared into the subatomic quantum realm while disabling a Soviet nuclear missile many years before the events of the movie. At the end of the movie, Paul Rudd's Scott Lang also had to go subatomic to defeat Corey Stoll's Yellow Jacket. And viewers noticed something very interesting while he was in the quantum realm. It was an outline that looked very much like the original Wasp, prompting lots of viewers to hit pause to make their own assumptions about whether or not it was really her.
It's gonna be nothing but short skirts around the house.
Harley Quinn getting dressed in Suicide Squad. 2016's Suicide Squad received very mixed reviews from critics and fans alike, but one thing everyone can agree on is that Margot Robbie looked absolutely incredible. With that in mind, this particular entry in our most paused moments list should come as no surprise. It's the scene in which Harley gets changed into her costume and a large group of men watch on in awe. The camera pans all the way up her body and just about catches a glimpse of her bra as she pulls her top down over her torso. Men around the world, and indeed some women, pause that scene over and over and over and over again.
There's a little pee coming out of me right now.
Thanks for watching our video about the 10 most paused scenes in popular superhero movies. Which other moments do you always pause when you watch your favorite superhero offerings? Have your say in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one.